I'll give you $1 million. You'll heal me, mocked the millionaire. Until the boy touched him, and the impossible happened. Thomas Weller had everything until the accident. Once a titan in the world of tech investments, he sat now in a wheelchair, trapped in his own bitterness. The tailored navy blue suit, the Rolex on his wrist, and the gold cufflinks didn't mask the truth. He had become a prisoner of his own rage. No doctor, no amount of therapy, no futuristic machine could restore his legs. The world still respected him, feared him even, but they pied him too. And that he couldn't bear. His money, once his sword, now felt like a leash. So each morning he'd wheel himself to the park and sit there beneath the oaks, silently cursing whatever divine being people still dared to believe in. That's where he saw him. A dusty black boy, no older than 7, stood staring at him from a distance. His t-shirt was off-white from wear, tucked into green pants that had more patches than fabric. A small gray pouch hung from his waistband, and his arms were folded tight across his chest. His eyes, though, they held no fear, no request, just certainty. Thomas caught the boy's stare and squinted. "What?" he snapped. "Need something, kid? There's a soup kitchen downtown." The boy didn't budge. He stepped forward slow and deliberate, his feet making soft scuffs on the gravel. When he finally spoke, it was quiet but firm. "You're angry because you think no one can fix you," he said. "But I can if you feed me first." Thomas blinked, then barked out a laugh so loud it startled a couple across the path. "Oh, this is rich," he chuckled. "Let me guess, you've got miracle hands." He glanced around sarcastically. "Hidden cameras somewhere. What are you? One of those TikTok faith healer kids?" "I'm hungry," the boy said plainly. "But if you feed me, I'll heal you." "Oh, will you now?" Thomas rolled forward an inch, still laughing. "So that's the deal. I toss you a sandwich and you do some holy mumbo-jumbo and poof, my legs come back." The boy didn't flinch. Thomas narrowed his eyes. "Tell you what," he said, gesturing grandly. "I'll do better. I'll give you $1 million. That's right, kid. $1 million. He leaned back, dramatically, placing a hand on his chest like he was on stage. "I'll give you $1 million. You'll heal me," he echoed mockingly. "Come on, let's see it. Heal me now. Do your little trick." Micah, because that was his name, took a breath and stepped closer. He was close enough now that Thomas could see the faint dirt around the boy's collar, the way his small hands clenched with patience. But what struck him most wasn't how poor the boy looked. It was how calm he was. Like none of this mocking reached him. "Do you think you're the only one who's suffered?" Micah said softly. "I've been hungry for 3 days. My mother died on a floor cold and forgotten. I don't have shoes because I gave them to someone else who needed them more." Thomas blinked, momentarily caught off guard. "But I don't need your money," Micah added. "I just need you to believe." Thomas's mouth twisted. "Oh, so now it's a faith thing. Here we go." "I don't need you to believe in me," the boy corrected. "Just believe there's still something good left, even in you." The air thickened between them. Somewhere a squirrel darted across a tree trunk, the leaves rustling in the soft wind. But the tension stayed. Thomas leaned forward in his wheelchair, glaring. "You come here in rags, preach to me about hope, and promise the impossible. You don't know what it's like to lose everything." Micah shook his head. "You didn't lose everything. You're still alive." And that, for some reason, pierced deeper than anything. Thomas's smirk faltered, but not for long. "I've had enough," he said harshly. "Go play savior somewhere else." Micah didn't move. He reached into his pouch and pulled out nothing. Just opened his hand and extended it, palm up, as if offering invisible faith. Thomas burst into one final mocking laugh. "You think that is going to work?" And then Micah stepped forward and touched his knee. Thomas's laughter cut off instantly because something he hadn't felt in over 3 years had just happened. A twitch, a tingle, and suddenly the mocking billionaire wasn't laughing anymore. Thomas's laughter died mid-breath. His hand, which moments ago clutched the side of his wheelchair in amusement, now trembled. He looked down. Micah's small, dust-covered fingers were resting gently on his knee. His useless, lifeless knee that hadn't twitched in over 3 years. But now it was tingling. At first he thought it was some kind of nervous reaction, maybe just in his head. But then the sensation grew stronger. A warmth spread up from his calf into his thigh like a quiet current flowing where there had only been silence. He jolted back, breath catching. What did you do?" Micah didn't answer. He simply looked up at him, not with pride, not with arrogance, just quiet, unwavering belief. Thomas's heart pounded against his ribs. He reached down and gripped his knee hard. This isn't real, but it was. He could feel something alive, something moving. His body, after years of stillness, was responding. Micah slowly pulled his hand away. "It's not me," he said softly. "It's him." Thomas stared at the boy like he was a ghost. "Him, the one you stopped believing in." Thomas shook his head, still in disbelief. This is a trick. There's no way. No way this is real." His voice cracked. But the pressure building inside his chest was more than just confusion. It was fear and shame. Micah didn't argue. He simply stepped back, arms still folded. "You asked for healing. But you don't want to be whole. You want control. You want answers without surrender." Thomas's lips parted, but he couldn't speak. Micah continued, "Do you know why no doctor could help you? Why your millions couldn't fix you? Because this wasn't about your legs." Thomas's eyes burned. "Then what was it about?" Micah took a breath. "You used to crush people to get ahead. Your assistant, Jordan, fired when his son was in the hospital. Your friend Marcus left bankrupt after you backed out of the deal. You even told your wife to leave because her grief made you feel weak." Thomas's throat tightened. How could this boy possibly know? "I've done what I had to," he said quietly. "No," Micah whispered. "You did what your pride told you to." There was no anger in the boy's tone, only truth. And somehow that made it worse. Thomas's voice was ragged. "So what now? You've made your point." Micah looked at him one last time. "Feed someone hungry. Forgive someone you hurt. Give not because it helps you sleep, but because it brings others peace. Then maybe your legs won't be the only thing that comes back." He turned to leave. "Wait," Thomas cried, wheeling forward. "I have money, cars, houses. Please take anything." Micah stopped. "I told you I don't need your money. Someone else does." And just like that, he walked away. No applause, no miracle music, just a small boy disappearing down a tree-lined path as quietly as he had come. Thomas sat in stunned silence. His fingers trembled on the wheels. Then with a deep breath, he pushed down on the footrests. Slowly, shakily, he rose. For the first time in years, Thomas Weller stood and he wept. 1 week later, a camera crew stood outside the newly inaugurated Micah's Table, a non-profit center that served hot meals to the homeless, funded entirely by Thomas. The billionaire was no longer in his suit. He wore a simple shirt, sleeves rolled up, serving food to a line of waiting children. He didn't speak much, but he did ask every person their name before handing them a plate. And each time he felt the ground beneath his feet, he remembered the boy who had nothing but gave him everything. Faith, hope, redemption, and something money could never buy, a second chance. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more emotional, dramatic, and unexpected tales. And let us know in the comments, where in the world are you watching from? We love hearing from all of you. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep watching.